Have you ever seen a bridge so daring, so impossibly built, that it seems to defy the laws of physics? All across Europe, tucked away in remote gorges and crossing treacherous rivers, are ancient stone bridges with a dark and fascinating secret. They're known as Devil's Bridges, and the stories behind them are as captivating as their architecture. Legend has it that these bridges were so difficult to construct, so perilous for the builders, that in a moment of desperation, they made a pact with the devil himself. The deal was simple. The devil would use his supernatural powers to build the bridge overnight, in exchange for the soul of the first living being to cross it. It was a tempting offer for villagers who desperately needed a safe passage across a dangerous chasm. One of the most famous examples is the Teufelsbruck in Switzerland, spanning the Fersumschlingen Gorge. For centuries, this gorge was a major obstacle on the vital Gotthard Pass. The story goes that the locals tried and failed many times to build a bridge over the raging Reuss River. Finally, a desperate herdsman cried out, "Then let the devil build a bridge." Instantly, the devil appeared, ready to make a deal. He agreed to erect a sturdy stone bridge, but demanded the soul of the first one to cross. The terrified villagers agreed, and the next morning, a magnificent bridge stood where there was once only chaos. But the villagers were clever. Instead of sending a person across, they sent a goat. The devil, enraged at being tricked, grabbed a massive boulder to smash his own creation. As he ran back, he encountered a holy woman who drew a cross on the boulder. This scared the devil so much that he dropped the stone and fled, never to be seen again. That very boulder, the Teufelstein, can still be seen near the gorge today. This theme of outsmarting the devil is a common thread in many of these legends. Let's travel to Italy, to the Ponte della Maddalena, also known as the Devil's Bridge, in Tuscany. Its stunning, asymmetrical arches look almost otherworldly. The legend here is very similar. The master builder, falling behind schedule and fearing public shame, called upon Satan for help. The deal was struck. The bridge would be finished in one night for the price of the first soul to cross. The builder, filled with remorse, confessed to a local priest. The priest advised him to honor the deal, but to let a pig be the first to cross the newly completed bridge. When the devil saw the pig trotting across, he was so furious at being cheated that he threw himself into the river Serchio below and disappeared. The bridge stands as a testament to the builder's cunning, or perhaps the villagers' faith. Further north, in Germany's Kronlau Park, lies the Raketsbruck. While it was built much later, in the 1860s, it's often called a Devil's Bridge because of its perfect, delicate circular reflection in the water below. It's so thin and so steep it's considered a masterpiece of landscape design, but its otherworldly beauty has earned it a place among these legendary structures. It truly looks like a portal to another dimension, but why are there so many of these stories? These legends arose during a time when engineering was still a mysterious and dangerous craft. Medieval builders were pushing the limits of what was possible with stone and mortar. Building a strong arch over a deep, violent river was an incredible feat. When a bridge was successfully and quickly completed under hazardous conditions, it must have seemed like a miracle or magic. Attributing such an incredible achievement to the devil was a way of explaining the unexplainable. It was a way to make sense of human ingenuity that seemed almost supernatural. It also served as a cautionary tale about ambition and making deals that are too good to be true. The clever trick of sending an animal across first also highlights the theme of human wit triumphing over supernatural evil. From the Ceredigion in Wales to the Ardèche in France, almost every country in Europe has its own Devil's Bridge, each with a unique local twist on the tale. Sometimes it's a dog, sometimes a cat, sometimes a rooster that is sent across to fool the devil. The core story, however, remains the same. a desperate community, an impossible task, a diabolical pact, and a clever escape. These bridges are more than just ancient infrastructure. They are storybooks made of stone, monuments to the fears, beliefs, and cleverness of our ancestors. They represent the eternal struggle between human ambition and the forces of nature, between desperation and ingenuity. The legends add a layer of mystique and wonder, transforming a simple river crossing into a site of epic folklore. So the next time you see a particularly impressive old bridge, especially one with a high, elegant arch, take a closer look. You might just be standing on a devil's bridge. Think about the builders who risked their lives, and the storytellers who wove these incredible tales that have lasted for centuries. These bridges connect not just two sides of a river, but also connect us to a past filled with magic, danger, and the enduring power of a good story. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey across Europe's most legendary bridges. If you enjoyed this dive into history and folklore, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more adventures into the world's hidden wonders. Let me know in the comments if you've ever visited a Devil's Bridge. See you next time.